ABC 24 News This Morning starts now.
An uncertain future. Right now at 6 a.m., the job of Shelby County Clerk Wanda Halbert is on the line. This morning, how a judge's decision could change who leads the office.
Plus, business boost. The Bluff City is bustling with new small shops. This morning, what's driving the influx?
And holiday headache. We take a live look at I-5540 split in West Memphis as millions are planning their Thanksgiving travel. Just after 6:30, we'll talk about how many people will join you and how you can actually save on some gas.
You will want to grab the coat as you head up and out the door on this Wednesday morning. It's a chilly start for many of us. You're taking a live look near the flyover with our new weather camera.
Yeah, it is 6 a.m. on your Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for waking up, making us a part of your morning routine. I'm Ruben Diaz.
And I'm Yvonne Cooper. So glad that you're here. Let's turn now to meteorologist Trevor Burchett to get you up and out the door. Trevor, can we expect the cool air to stick around, or will we get a warm up today?
Yeah, no warm up today. It's actually going to get even cooler today and for the next couple of days.
New this morning, the Shelby County Clerk will be back in court today, and a judge could actually decide her future as an elected Shelby County official. Wanda Halbert has been under fire for a while now at this point in time, accused of mismanaging finances and creating kind of some slow processes for all of the customers.
Today's court hearing could end a months-long battle to remove her from office. Our Leah Williams is live in downtown Memphis this morning with what we know about this case. Leah.
Yeah, Yvonne, the county actually wants to remove Wanda Halbert from her elected position. Live in downtown Memphis, I'm Leah Williams.
Leah, thank you so much for staying on top of that. It's been a lot of back and forth in that case. Also in court, the two men indicted for a shooting that killed an orange-bound grandmother in her car. Jamario Franklin and David Cunningham were indicted in May. Paula Appleberry was in the car with her daughter and grandchildren in February when someone started shooting into her car moments before she crashed. Appleberry died. Her 2-year-old grandson was shot, and her 25-year-old daughter was also hurt in that crash.
We're following some overnight breaking news from overseas. The U.S. Embassy in Kyiv closed after news of a potential significant air attack. The embassy has told employees to shelter in place. Now, U.S. citizens in the country have also been told to prepare for an immediate shelter in place. Now, ABC News is monitoring this breaking news and will have the very latest on Good Morning America. Also new this morning, a woman was hurt in a shooting at Serenity Towers. This all happened last night. MPD was called just before 10 o'clock to that scene for a shooting. According to police, the woman was taken to the hospital in non-critical condition. One person was detained.
This morning, this escaped inmate, Joshua Zimmerman, who was recaptured in Chicago, will be extradited back to Mississippi. Zimmerman was on the run for at least 3 months after walking out of the DeSoto County Courthouse in June. His escape sparked an internal investigation, which led to at least one arrest because investigators believe that he had some inside help. Zimmerman was captured in Chicago in August after a 14-hour standoff with police. He barricaded himself inside of a restaurant before authorities captured him.
New details now in that shooting near Central High School. According to Memphis police, the 16-year-old suspect admitted to going home and grabbing his grandmother's gun after he claims another student threatened to kill him. The shooting happened in a parking lot near the football field on Monday. Now, the victim's condition is listed as non-critical. The 16-year-old suspect is facing 6 charges, including attempted second-degree murder. He is currently being held without bond.
Memphis city leaders just gave away $1 million to reduce violence in the city. Those funds are being divided among 39 community groups. One of them is called the Husband Institute, which mentors children ages 9 to 17 years old. Organizer Pastor Ricky Floyd told ABC 24 that the money will help organizations move the city forward.
They've been doing it without any money, or shall I say they've been doing it out of money out of their pocket. So it only gives those of us who've been doing this years, committed to the community, able to accelerate and expand what we're doing.
Pastor Floyd said that more money means hiring more people to expand their solutions-based work. New this morning, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is warning players about a scam involving a fake prize. Fraudsters are posing as lottery officials, asking for personal information to claim a cash prize and a vehicle. But officials stress do not respond. That is not real. The Real Claim Center will never contact winners directly.
Happening today, the Downtown Memphis Commission will meet to discuss the managers for the newly purchased Sheraton Hotel. The city approved the purchase of the hotel for $22 million earlier this year.
6:07, a much cooler Wednesday morning. Another cold front has passed through, and you'll notice it today. It's 52 right now in Memphis, 54 in Bolivar.
New this morning, a Memphis florist is under fire for a post about President-elect Donald Trump and his supporters. The owner of Everbloom Design said on social media that she would not serve Trump voters. According to the New York Post, she said it was a way to protect her staff and her family. The owner said that she received death threats, so she closed her store. The owner also told the New York Post that she stands by her statements, and it's unclear if or when her store will reopen.
New this morning, TennCare families will soon be getting a helping hand. TennCare will partner with Kroger to provide families with free diapers and wipes. You see, a lack of diapers affects 1 in 3 families in the state. The issue of disabilities will also be a topic of conversation today. In inclusion, Our City, Our Voices is going to be held at the Orange Mound Community Center. Now, it's going to happen from 10 o'clock this morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to focus on empowering people with disabilities.
Looking ahead, if you're a healthcare worker and you need a job, there is a career fair happening today. It will be at the Memphis Urban League from 2 until 5 this evening. Organizers said, bring your resume and dress for an interview.
I got that weak stomach. I can never do healthcare. Not at all. Looming student loan payments are a major stressor for millions of Americans, so much so that it's now prompting complaints.
Right. Coming up after 6:30, why more people are sounding off about their payment plans. Plus, gaining businesses. More entrepreneurs are making Memphis their home. We break down the latest numbers.
And some travel trouble as you plan your Thanksgiving trip. Be aware you will not be alone. We're seeking solutions to make sure you have a hassle-free vacation.
And after 6:23, good deeds. Many of us are trying to end the year on a positive note. Still ahead, the reason we're finding end-of-the-year kindness.
ABC 24's Bundles of Care, by the way, is dedicated to helping people in need this winter. So we need your help this holiday season to stuff the van. This Thursday, November 21st, we need donations for women, children, men, and the elderly, all dealing with homelessness. You can donate new items like blankets and throws, socks, gloves, and toiletries. Our team will be at Wolf Chase Hyundai. It's located at 7727 US 64. Now deliver your Bundles of Care Thursday, November 21st from 10 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
6:13 the time now. We are looking live from our flyover camera back west toward the Clark Tower. The American flag a little breezy this morning with those chilly northwesterly winds. They will definitely keep us cool today. We'll talk about that forecast in just 3 minutes from now, right after these top news headlines.
First up, a judge will decide whether or not to dismiss the lawsuit to oust Shelby County Clerk Wanda Halbert. Halbert is accused of mismanaging money, and some suggest that she's unfit for office. If the judge grants Halbert's attorney's motion, then it would end all efforts to kick her out of office.
Your second top story on this Wednesday morning, a woman was hurt in a shooting at Serenity Towers last night. MPD was called to the scene just before 10 o'clock for that shooting. Now, according to police, the woman was taken to the hospital in non-critical condition. One person was detained.
And your third top story. If you're a healthcare worker and you need a job, there's a job fair happening today. It will be at the Memphis Urban League from 2 until 5 this evening. Organizers said bring your resume and dress for an interview.
New this morning, Memphis is emerging as a hub for entrepreneurs. New data found a 64% jump in business applications across the Memphis area since 2019. Now, that growth actually places Memphis 13th among large U.S. metros. This morning, the House Ethics Committee could decide on if it will release that report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. You know, he's President Trump's nominee for Attorney General.
Right. New reporting this morning shows that Gaetz may have paid off 2 women. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington with what we're learning.
Overnight, new information on the House Ethics Committee's investigation into former Congressman Matt Gaetz. President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General. ABC News has obtained records of Venmo payments Gates allegedly made to two women who provided the records to the committee. The documents show between 2017 and 2019, then Congressman Gates allegedly made 27 payments to the women, totaling more than $10,000. Under the reason for the payment, Gates allegedly wrote notes including gift and just because. The two women testified some of the payments were for sex.
They essentially put the Venmo payments on the screen and asked about them, and my clients repeatedly testified, what was this payment for? Well, that was for sex, yes.
Sources say a hacker obtained documents from a civil case involving a friend of Gates and the 17-year-old girl Gates is accused of having sex with, including a deposition from the 17-year-old. Gates has denied all wrongdoing.
Mr. President, are you reconsidering the nomination of Matt Gaetz?
No.
Senators have hinted the women involved could be called as witnesses during Gates' nomination hearing.
All that information is going to be on display at the hearing. Think Brett Kavanaugh.
Trump could push Gates through the process without Senate approval and what's called recess appointments. Trump's Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller on Fox News.
If there are some cabinet appointments that become troublesome, will the president use the recess appointment process?
Yes.
Trump making more staffing announcements. TV Dr. Mehmet Oz to oversee Medicare and Medicaid. Linda McMahon for Education Secretary, a department Trump says he wants to dismantle. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
The Associated Press is reporting Trump has set a record for the most nominees in such a short time.
6:17, a nice start to this Wednesday morning. This is our Cordova camera showing a nice blue sky, the sun just getting ready to pop out from behind the trees. But I'll let you know, it is chilly and it is breezy this morning, and that will kind of be a trend through the day today. Temperatures right around 50 degrees as we get started, 52 in Memphis and Frazier. It's 51 in Lakeland and Collierville, 52 in South Haven and Millington. Sunshine will continue today, but your temperatures don't really climb much. That's thanks to this breezy northwesterly wind. That wind is just going to continue to pump in that cooler air from the north. So we're at 54 right now. We're only going to get up to 58 or 59 today. So even with the sunshine, it is going to stay pretty chilly today. And again, that breeze won't help. It's going to have kind of a cool breeze out there, a chilly breeze, some might say, 25 to 30 miles an hour out of the northwest. That's going to keep those temperatures down today. Even cooler tonight, 30s to around 40 for your low, 39 in Dyersburg and Covington, 38 in Bolivar, 36 tonight in Oxford and Corinth. Now, our average first freeze here in Memphis, that comes in on November 12th, so we are a little late for that. We're a little past our average first freeze, but many of us will get our first freeze of the season either Thursday night into Friday morning or Friday night into Saturday morning. These are your low temperatures as you're waking up Saturday, 29 in Corinth, most of the Mid-South at or below freezing. So definitely possible that we see some freezing conditions over the next couple of nights. Today, cool, breezy, 59 with sunshine, 40 is your low tonight, only 56 with sunshine tomorrow. The breeze will kind of continue tomorrow as well. Friday, the coolest day of the week, high only 51 degrees with sunshine. And again, Thursday night or Friday night, we'll get to the mid-30s in Memphis, but some of the outlying neighborhoods could easily get below freezing Thursday night or Friday night. So wrap up that garden for the year. Now would be the time to do it if you haven't already. A nice weekend with sunshine, 56 and cool on Saturday, 67 for Sunday. We do get a little bit warmer to start next week. We'll get back up to 71 on Monday with a slight chance of a couple of rain showers by Monday and Tuesday of next week.
New this morning, those prescription drug ads you see all over TV may be changing. You see some new rules from the FDA take effect this week, requiring drug makers to be more transparent about the risks and side effects of medications. The rules, which kick in this week, will impact TV and radio ads, but they do not apply to claims made by social media influencers.
Keeping you healthy this morning, new research found surrogates face significantly higher birth risks. Surrogates were 4 times more likely to experience serious complications like high blood pressure, premature births, and heavy bleeding after delivery. Experts say that women should be aware of these risks before becoming a surrogate. A new study also found that some pregnant women are at risk for substance abuse or use. It shows that some patients were most likely to use tobacco during pregnancy. And according to this study, single patients were most likely to use cannabis and those who experienced a major stressful life event were most likely to use alcohol during pregnancy.
Borrower battle coming up after 6:30. More Americans are complaining about their student loan payments. We're breaking down what's driving that frustration. And finishing friendly right after the break, more of you are hoping to end the year on a positive note. We'll explain.
Time now is 6:23. You're taking a live look at a beautiful sunrise near I-55 and State Line Road in Mississippi. Hope your day is off to a wonderful start. New this morning, 2024 is almost over and Americans are trying to end the year on a positive note. A new study found that 43% of Americans are doing more charity work this year. Respondents to this survey said that they're motivated by the satisfaction of giving and finding a sense of purpose in life.
There you go, Ruben.
I love it.
I don't know nothing about that. No, just like,
Wow.
I do like to volunteer. I like to give back. And I think I end every day on a positive note.
You are the positive voice. Even when it's a tough day, I think you're always the one that can come in and cheer us up. So
That's
we
true.
Appreciate that.
Especially when the two of you get together. They're always laughing and joking.
Uh-oh.
Never a dull day.
I'm not dull at all.
We're getting told on now.
Happening tonight is the biggest night in country music, the 58th annual CMA Awards. You can expect to see performances from Shabuzi. Give me the song. All right, no, don't tell me the song. Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, and more. Come on, Yvonne, you dropped the ball there. Country music superstar Luke Bryan and NFL Hall of Famer Peyton Manning will host the show together, but this time they'll have another co-host. One of the genre's hottest hit makers, Lainey Wilson, will be there as well. I'm a little shocked.
You don't know Shabuzi.
You know, just because I'm from Nashville doesn't mean I know.
Being able to give Peyton and Luke a hard time and just have fun with it, it's a fun night to celebrate country music.
This is legacy. However, at the same time, we are constantly trying to move forward and look towards the future.
The future is a double shot of whiskey, just so you know, Yvonne. That's what Shabuzi is, a double shot of whiskey.
At 6 in the morning?
Yeah.
6:25?
Everybody at the bar is getting tipsy, just so you know.
Ah, there it is.
All right, you can watch that right here on ABC 24 tonight at 7 o'clock.
Good stuff.
All right. I got some time to prep and listen to some country, clearly.
Yeah, we got to get you learned up. During the break. We'll get you going. All right, let's get a check of that weather forecast as you get going this morning. It is chilly out there, 52 degrees in Memphis, and it's not going to warm up much today. Your high temperature only gets up to around 59 degrees. Sunny, cool, breezy winds out of the north. They'll be gusting as high as 25 or 35 miles an hour, and it's going to be a little chilly out there. 56 tomorrow, only 51 on Friday. That's going to be our coolest day of the week with the sunshine. Lows near freezing Thursday night and Friday night. Pretty nice weekend, but it will be a little chilly. 56 on Saturday with sunshine. 67 with a couple of clouds Sunday. We do get back to the 70s on Monday, but looks like at least a slight chance of a sprinkle or two as we look ahead to Monday and Tuesday of next week.
A push for removal. Next at 6:30, the future of Shelby County Clerk Wanda Halbert hangs in limbo. Coming up, the decision of one judge who could change who runs the office.
And pack your patience, Trevor's favorite phrase. You won't be alone if you're hitting the road for the holiday. I know our producer did that on purpose. After 6:40, how you can save on your trip.
That's just one of those cliches. It just grinds my nerves when I hear it.
It grinds your gears.
Yes, that's another one.
Shout out to Chris Oswald for putting that in there intentionally for you.
He knew it would just get right under my skin. Hey, pack your patience this morning, whatever that means.
He's trying to end your day on a positive note.
I think there you go. Don't let it grind your gears this morning.
ABC 24 News This Morning starts now.
An uncertain future. As we approach 6:30, the Shelby County Clerk's job is on the line. This morning, how a judge's decision could change who leads the office.
And looking for a leader, the city of Memphis will discuss who will run the downtown Sheraton Hotel once it takes ownership.
And Florida's frustration. Upset with the election, a Memphis business owner takes to social media only to get backlash. A look at the fallout from her post. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, November 20th. I'm Yvonne Cooper.
And I'm Ruben Diaz. Hopefully you're waking up in a great mood, ready to have an absolutely great start to your Wednesday. I'm not sure if this is the chilly start that everybody wants, though, Trevor Burchett.
No, well, you know, it's kind of one hand or the other. Some people are really excited for the fall weather. Some people are trying to hold on to summer as long as they can. for this morning, the fall lovers are going to win out because we've had a cold front come through and it is much chillier than it was yesterday. It's 50 degrees right now in Covington, 52 in Memphis and Tunica, 54 in Corinth and Batesville. And even though we will have sunshine today, it's not going to warm up much. 54 degrees at 9 a.m. Your high temperature, only 59 degrees today. Again, we will have the sunshine, no chance of rain, but it's also going to be very breezy. The winds out of the north will continue today, 20 to 25 miles an hour. So that's going to continue to bring in cooler air, and that breeze will have a little bit of a chill to it. So an extra layer or two might help you out today. Again, high temperatures in the 50s. Now, even cooler air moves in over the next couple of days, and we could actually see our first freeze of the season in some neighborhoods. I'll tell you when and where that could happen coming up in just a bit. But let's get out to the roads this morning and check those out. Fortunately, things are doing great this morning. I don't have any major delays or slowdowns for you. The entire interstate system is moving right along. Drive times show us that. 3 greens down the board. That means your drive times and speeds are normal. Eastbound 40 on the bridge looks good from West Memphis to downtown. Northbound 55, no issues if you're coming in from Hernando. And westbound 385 from Forest Hill, Irene, all the way into 240. Also moving smoothly. Definitely crowded out there, no doubt about it, at 240 and Poplar, but you can see things generally right now are moving smoothly.
New this morning, the Shelby County clerk will be back in court today, and a judge could decide her future as an elected Shelby County official. Wanda Halbert has been under fire for a while now. She's accused of mismanaging finances and creating some slow processes for the customers.
Today's court hearing could end a months-long battle to remove her from office. Our Leah Williams is staying on top of this story. She's live in downtown Memphis this morning with everything we know about this case. Leah.
Yeah, Yvonne, the county wants to remove Wanda Halbert from her position amid claims that she's unfit for office. And this morning, a judge is expected to make a decision on a motion filed by Halbert's attorneys to throw the whole lawsuit out. Back in September, Circuit Court Judge Felicia Corbin Johnson said she needed time to review the case law and arguments before making a ruling on that motion. The lawsuit accuses Halbert of inaccurate financial reporting, strain on auto dealerships due to the license plate backlog, and leasing office issues. Many of these issues were also cited in the first case to get rid of Halbert that was thrown out in June over a legal technicality. Now, this second complaint also asked for Halbert to be suspended from office until there's a final hearing. Now, if the judge does grant that request today, though, it would end these efforts to get Wanda Halbert out of office. Live in downtown Memphis, I'm Leah Williams.
Leah, thank you so much for the update. We appreciate that report.
Also in court, these two men were indicted for the shooting that killed an Orange Mound grandmother that was driving with her family. Jamario Franklin and David Cunningham were indicted in May. Now, Paula Appleberry was actually in the car with her daughter and her grandchildren in February of 2024 when shots were fired into that car. This happened moments before she crashed. She died. Her 2-year-old grandson was injured by gunfire, and her 25-year-old daughter was injured in the crash.
New this morning, a woman was hurt in a shooting at Serenity Towers last night. MPD was called to the scene just before 10 p.m. According to police, the woman was taken to the hospital, but the good news is she is expected to be okay. One person was detained in this case.
This morning, this escaped DeSoto County man, Joshua Zimmerman, which he was actually captured in Chicago. He's now being extradited back to Mississippi. Now, Zimmerman was a fugitive for 3 months after walking out of the DeSoto County courthouse this past June. His escape also sparked an internal investigation, which led to at least one arrest, showing that he had some inside help in making that getaway. Zimmerman was captured in Chicago in August after a 14-hour standoff with police. He barricaded inside of a restaurant before authorities were able to capture him.
Memphis city leaders just gave away $1 million to reduce crime in the city. Those funds are being divided among 39 community groups, and one of them is called the Husband Institute, which mentors children ages 9 to 17 years old. Organizer and pastor Ricky Floyd told ABC 24 that the money will help organizations move the city forward.
They've been doing it without any money, or should I say they've been doing it out of money out of their pocket. So it only gives those of us who've been doing this years, committed to the community, able to accelerate and expand what we're doing.
Pastor Floyd said more money means hiring more people to expand their solution-based work.
Happening today, the Downtown Memphis Commission will meet to discuss managers for the newly purchased Sheraton Hotel. The city approved the purchase of the hotel for $22 million earlier this year. Also happening this morning, TennCare families will soon be getting a helping hand. TennCare will partner with Kroger to provide families with free diapers and wipes. You see, a lack of diapers affects 1 in 3 families in the state.
Looking ahead, if you're a healthcare worker and you need a job, there's a career fair happening today. It will be at the Memphis Urban League from 2 until 5 this evening. Organizers said bring your resume and dress to impress. Let's turn now to meteorologist Trevor Burchett. Trevor, will people need to bring their jackets or maybe wear a nice sweater to the event today?
Yeah, definitely chilly this morning, that is for sure. Your temperatures in the low to mid 50s as we're getting started this morning thanks to a cold front that passed through late last night. There is definitely a chill in the air and it will stick with us through the day today. Sunshine, but we're going to have a cool northerly breeze all day. That's going to keep our temperatures in the mid to upper 50s this afternoon. So really, the temperature is only going to climb 4 or 5 more degrees from where we're starting out this morning. So overall, a pretty chilly day and a pretty chilly night on the way. Clear sky tonight, low around 40 in the city, 30s in those outlying neighborhoods. Look at these highs, 56 tomorrow, 51 on Friday. That's going to be the coolest day of the week. 56 Saturday. We do get back to the 60s and 70s by Sunday and early next week. So definitely chilly and breezy today and tomorrow. Mid to upper 50s for your highs. Friday even cooler. 51 is your high temperature. What that means is most of Friday will be spent in the 40s throughout the day. Your lows Thursday night and Friday, they're going to be in the 30s, could be near freezing in some spots. So Thursday night, Friday night, likely the first freeze of the season for many of us. Saturday, sunshine 56, looks good on Sunday. We'll get to 67. And again, temperatures do climb a bit next week. We get to 71 on Monday, a slight chance of a couple of showers early next week as our next front starts to approach the area.
Tricky travel. A live look at the roads this morning as millions are preparing to travel for the holiday. Now, after the break, why you'll need to plan ahead.
And booming business. More local stores are opening in the Bluff City. After 644, how we compare to the rest of the country.
And crime crackdown. Memphis nonprofits are bringing cash to fight the violence. Welcome back. Time now 6:40. You're taking a live look right now at I-40 and US 64. Let's take you around the city, though, give you another look. Let's take a live look at I-40 West, headed into downtown from West Memphis. Look at that sunrise. A beautiful start to your Wednesday morning. Speaking of the roads, you might as well get ready. New this morning, millions of people will be traveling for the holidays, and a Gas Buddy survey found that 72% of Americans will actually be hitting the road instead of catching flights. That's about a 75% increase compared to last year's numbers. It's because gas prices continue to drop over the years. The data also shows that these numbers are returning to what they looked like before COVID-19 affected so many travel plans. A number of record Americans actually could be on the move this Thanksgiving. AAA expects nearly 80 million people will travel at least 50 miles over the holiday week. Expect the roads to be mostly crowded on Tuesday and Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then the Sunday and Monday after. Airports also expecting large crowds. AAA believes that nearly 6 million people will be traveling by plane. The busiest day will likely be Sunday, December the 1st.
Time now is 6:41. A war of words. Coming up, the actions of a Memphis florist goes viral and prompts outrage. This morning, what she said online about the president-elect. And shooting investigation. An apartment complex plagued with problems becomes the scene of a crime. What we know after a woman was shot at Serenity Towers.
6:44 now, starting out with a look in Cordova this morning. Beautiful sunrise there just off of Walnut Grove and Germantown Parkway. Not a cloud in the sky, but it is chilly out there. And another look across town this morning. This is 55 in Macklemore toward downtown. All that construction there, but seems like traffic is moving relatively smoothly. A full check of your latest forecast and a road report after these top headlines.
Your first top story, Circuit Court Judge Felicia Corbett Johnson will decide whether to dismiss the lawsuit to oust Shelby County Clerk Wanda Halbert from her elected position. The county is seeking to remove her after she was accused of mismanaging finances and personnel, suggesting that she's unfit for office. If the judge grants Halbert's attorney's motion, it would end all of the efforts to kick her out of office.
Your second top story. A woman was hurt in a shooting at Serenity Towers Tuesday night. MPD was called to the scene just before 10. According to police, the woman was taken to the hospital, but the good news is she is expected to be okay. One person was detained.
Your third top story this morning. If you are a healthcare worker needing a job, well, there's a career fair for you today. It's going to be at the Memphis Urban League from 2 to 5. You should bring your resume and make sure you dress to impress for the interview.
New this morning, Memphis is emerging as a hub for entrepreneurs. New data found a 64% jump in business applications across the Memphis area since 2019. That growth placed Memphis 13th among large U.S. metros.
New this morning, a Memphis florist is under fire after a post about President-elect Donald Trump and his supporters. The owner of Everbloom Design posted on social media that she would not serve Trump voters. According to the New York Post, she claimed it was a way to protect her staff and family. Now, the owner claims to have received death threats, leading her to close her store and disable the store owner's social media pages. She told the New York Post that she stands by her belief and it is unclear when the store will actually reopen. The House Ethics Committee is expected to meet today and could decide whether to release its report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz, who is President-elect Trump's pick for Attorney General. Now, he faces accusations of sexual misconduct. ABC News has obtained Venmo payments that Gaetz allegedly made to 2 women central to the House investigation. Between 2017 and 2019, Gaetz allegedly made 27 payments totaling more than $10,000. Senators believe the women involved could be called to testify at Gaetz' nomination hearing.
New this morning, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is warning players about a scam involving a fake prize. Fraudsters are posing as lottery officials, asking for personal information to claim a cash prize and a vehicle. But officials stress do not respond. This is not real. The Real Claim Center will never contact winners directly. A new government report found problems with how student loans are supervised and tracked. The report from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that some loan servers automatically took money from the borrower's bank accounts. Investigators also found that loan servicers charge students multiple times in a month for their loans.
6:47 the time now. I want to take you live out to the flyover. We've got it zoomed in back west toward the Clark Tower just to show you how much that American flag is blowing around in the breeze this morning. We've had a cold front that passed through. It's brought in some cooler air, but it's also going to kick up the wind through the day today, and that's going to keep those temperatures down by this afternoon. 52, the current temperature in Memphis. You're waking up to 51 in West Memphis, 50 in Millington, 52 down in Olive Branch. So we'll have the sunshine today, no chance of rain, but we're going to have a very breezy northerly wind, and that will not allow the temperature to climb very much. Again, we're at 52 right now. We're only going to get up to 58 or 59 degrees for the high temperature today. So even with the sunshine, it is going to stay chilly, and the winds won't help. That breezy northerly wind will definitely bring a bit of a chill to the air. Those gusts as high as 25 or 30 miles an hour. That wind keeps bringing in cooler weather tonight. Lows in the 30s for many of us overnight tonight. 36 in Corinth and in Oxford. 38 tonight in Clarksdale. 39 in Truman. And 40 your low right here in Memphis. Now, on average, our first freeze in the city of Memphis comes in on November 12th. So we're a little behind schedule on that. But I do think many of us will see our first freeze of the season over the next couple of nights, either Thursday night or Friday night into Saturday morning. It's likely that many of us will get to near freezing. These are your wake-up temperatures Saturday morning. 20s in Corinth, low 30s in West Tennessee and much of northern Mississippi. So those are the areas that could have their first freeze either Thursday night or Friday night. Memphis likely to stay just above freezing at 37 for the low both of those nights. Highs in the 50s today and tomorrow, low 50s on Friday. 51 is your high on Friday. That means most of your day will actually be spent in the 40s, and again, lows near freezing Thursday night and Friday night. 56 with sunshine Saturday. We do warm to 67 on Sunday. Back to the 70s by Monday. More clouds to start off next week, and a slight chance of a couple of showers by Monday and Tuesday as our next cold front approaches the area. Looks like just in time for Thanksgiving, we'll have another cool down. All right, 6:49 now and out to the road. Still not finding any accidents this morning. Generally, everything's moving right along at 6:49. Of course, traffic will start to build here soon, but for right now, things seem to be doing okay. Within the city, no issues on westbound 40 from Germantown Parkway to the flyover, 6 minutes there. Northbound 55 looks good from South Haven, and westbound 385 moving along just fine from Winchester to the 240 split. Down in Mississippi, no issues there. Again, 55 looks good. 78 from Byhalia to Olive Branch. That's an 8-minute trip. And eastbound Goodman Road from South Haven to Olive Branch, looking at about 15 minutes there. We do have some trouble there. 240 and Poplar. That's on your right shoulder headed toward Walnut Grove. Look out for that TDOT help truck. Looks like they're helping a motorist there move over for those lights. Otherwise, though, seems like everything else is moving pretty smoothly.
This just in, this Tennessee man, Edward Kelly, who was charged for his role in the January 6th Capitol riot, is now facing new charges. According to the FBI, Kelly allegedly planned to attack FBI agents with drones and bombs. Now, during court, it was revealed that Kelly had a list of targets, but his attorneys claim that it was all just talk.
New this morning, a woman was hurt in a shooting at Serenity Towers last night. MPD was called to the scene just before 10. According to police, the woman was taken to the hospital, but she is expected to be okay. Meanwhile, one person was detained at that scene. Memphis city leaders just gave away $1 million to reduce crime or violence in the city. Those funds will be divided among 39 community groups, and one of them is called the Husband Institute, which mentors children ages 9 to 17 years old. Organizer and pastor Ricky Floyd told ABC 24 that these funds will help organizations collectively move the city forward.
They've been doing it without any money, or shall I say they've been doing it out of money out of their pocket. So it only gives those of us who've been doing this years, committed to the community, able to accelerate and expand what we're doing.
Pastor Floyd said more money means hiring more people to expand their solutions-based work.
We have new details this morning. This escaped DeSoto County inmate, Joshua Zimmerman, who was captured in Chicago, will be extradited back to Mississippi. Now, Zimmerman was a fugitive for 3 months after walking out of the DeSoto County Courthouse this past June. His escape also sparked an internal investigation, which led to at least one arrest, showing that he had some inside help making his getaway. Zimmerman was captured in Chicago in August after a 14-hour standoff with police. He had barricaded himself inside of a restaurant before authorities were able to capture him.
Attorneys for Shelby County Clerk Wanda Halbert will be in court this morning asking a judge to throw out a lawsuit to remove her from office. Now, the county wants to remove Halbert from office, citing bad bookkeeping and other issues. Many of these issues were also cited in the first case to get rid of Halbert that was thrown out in June over a legal technicality. This morning, a judge is expected to make a decision on a motion to throw out the lawsuit.
A woman was hurt in a shooting at Serenity Towers Tuesday night. MPD was called to the scene just before 10. And according to police, a woman was taken to the hospital in non-critical condition and one person was detained. Happening today, the Downtown Memphis Commission will meet to discuss managers for the newly purchased Sheraton Hotel. The city approved the purchase of the hotel for $22 million earlier this year.
If you are a healthcare worker and need a job, there's a career fair for you today. It's going to be at the Memphis Urban League from 2 to 5 tonight. You should bring your resume and dress to impress for the interviews.
New this morning, TennCare families will soon be getting a helping hand. TennCare will partner with Kroger to provide families with free diapers and wipes. A lack of diapers affects 1 in 3 families.
Beautiful start this morning at the flyover. You see the sun just coming up over 240 and 40. Not a cloud in the sky, but I'll tell you what is out there is the chilly weather. Right now it's 52 in Memphis and temperatures will not climb much today. Even with all the sunshine, we're going to have a breezy northerly wind. That's going to keep temperatures in the 50s today. With sunshine and no chance of rain again, that wind out of the north, anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Even cooler for the next few days. We'll get to 56 for tomorrow with sunshine, 51 on Friday. That's your high temperature. That means most of the day will actually be spent in the 40s. Lows near freezing for the next couple of nights. 56 with sunshine on Saturday, 67 on Sunday. We do warm up a bit, back to 71 by Monday of next week, but the chance is there for a couple of quick showers for Monday or Tuesday. A new crash on the roads this morning. This is on Getwell near 240. Big time delays just coming in here. You see the red on the roadway there. 2 lanes blocked. Again, that's Getwell Road northbound just past 240. So if you're passing 240 on Getwell trying to get up toward Park or Kemble, big time delays there. Might want to stick on Perkins as your alternate route. Starting to see some slowdowns 385 westbound passing Winchester to the 240 split, but for right now 40 and 55 both look pretty good coming in. Still have that issue with the TDOT help truck 240 and Poplar coming up toward Walnut Grove. They're helping out a motorist there having some trouble. Doesn't seem to be slowing down too much, but again, give those folks some extra room as they help those folks out.
These 50s are going to feel like 20s, man. Yes. It's going to be cold.
Yeah, the first big hit of the season. It's really going to get us. Even today, 59 with a cool breeze. It's going to be a little chilly out there.
That wind doesn't make it any better.
For sure.
Oh, well, speaking of the chilly weather, here's something for you. ABC 24's Bundles of Care. We're dedicated to helping people in need, especially during the winter, right? We need your help this holiday season to stuff the van. It's going to be Thursday, November the 21st. We need donations for women, children, men, and the elderly, everybody dealing with homelessness. You can donate new items like blankets and throws, socks, gloves, and toiletries. Our team will be at the Wolf Chase Hyundai. That's going to be at 7727 US 64. You can deliver your Bundles of Care on Thursday, November 21st from 10 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Have a great day and make sure and help out as much as you can.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.